Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to make traditional Puerto Rican empanadilla de carne. So let's get into it. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So I have my caldero here and it is set over medium heat. You can use any kind of pot you prefer. It does not matter. I just wait until my caldero gets pretty hot and then I just throw my beef in. This is 85% ground beef. I didn't add any oil because it's 85% ground beef. It's going to release enough juices. I feel like I don't need to add any extra fat. Now, if you're using a leaner cut of beef, then add a little bit of oil. So again, you can use any kind of cut of beef that you prefer. And then go ahead and break this up a little bit. So we are making essentially picadillo. Picadillo is just stewed ground meat. So I do not brown the meat before I add all of the ingredients. It's all going to cook together and absorb the flavors all at the same time while it's cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of fresh sofrito. I have 2 videos on my channel on how to make sofrito. And then I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce. Now this is to taste. You can add a little more or a little less. It is up to you. Gonna go ahead and mix that. So when I was making this, or before I made this, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to record it because even though I have 3 videos on my channel on empanadillas, I don't have any video that shows how I make beef empanadillas. I have turkey, ground chicken, and pizza, but I don't have empanadillas de carne. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and show you guys how I make it. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add about a teaspoon of garlic powder. Of course, you can add fresh garlic. I get that question a lot. Fresh, powder, doesn't matter. It's up to you. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of Adobo. This is my favorite brand of Adobo. And then about half a teaspoon of oregano. One packet of sazon. You can use homemade sazon if you prefer. I do have a video on my channel on how to make sazon. Go ahead and add that in. And then I'm going to add 1 packet of, see, now I'm insecure to say it because I've gotten a lot of corrections and I just can't, I can't remember how to pronounce it. Beef bouillon. Yeah, so I'm going to add 1 packet of that. And if you notice, I added like the low sodium version. All right, gonna mix that right up. All right, so our picadillo is coming together. I'm gonna go ahead and add about a tablespoon of pimientos. Pimientos in English goes by roasted red bell peppers. They're just pickled red bell peppers. And then I'm gonna add a bit of olives and capers. This is called alcaparrado. Just make sure they say pitted because I've gotten alcaparrado that's not pitted, which means that they have the pits in them and it's not fun to accidentally bite into one. All right, then I went ahead and add a small chopped potato. You can use any potato that you prefer. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up. Again, I'm cooking everything over medium heat, so the heat's not too high. A little bit of black pepper. And now I'm going to add a bit of water. I'm adding just enough water to cover about 3/4 of the meat, not covering it completely, and this will evaporate as it's cooking. All right, so I've just been cooking this on low heat with the lid on, and I cooked it until the potatoes were nice and soft, and that's how I know that it's done. So it took about 20 minutes, and it came out so good. So these are my favorite brand of empanadilla discs. These are from Puerto Rico. I get these at the Puerto Rican grocery store. In my old neighborhood, they come with annatto and without annatto. If you can't find these, just use the Goya ones. It's okay. And make sure that they are completely thawed before you assemble your empanadillas. Don't put them in the microwave. Just leave them thawing on the counter. And they thaw pretty quickly, like in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add about 2 heaping tablespoons of the picadillo. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring that together. And I like to seal it with my fingers really good before I press them down with a fork. Now, some people are going to tell me, Mari, those are not empanadillas. These are pastelillos. But you know what? On the Quique brand, it says disco de empanadilla. So to me, these are empanadillas. For me, pastelillos are the puffy guava pastry desserts. So debate me in the comments and let me know. All right, so now that I pinched it with my fingers, I'm going to go ahead and use the fork to give them an even better and tighter seal. All right, so now that I've assembled all of my empanadillas, it is time to fry. So I have a very large, deep pan. I added plenty of oil. I'm using vegetable oil, but you can use your preferred frying oil. And since my pan is pretty large, I'm able to add 4. Just make sure you don't overcrowd the pan and add too many at a time. So it takes approximately 6 minutes on each side for the empanadillas to get nice and golden and crispy. So yeah, you're just gonna go ahead and fry it until it's nice and golden, flip it over, place it on a plate lined with paper towel, and then you're gonna go ahead and continue frying the rest of your empanadillas in individual batches. And just like that, my empanadillas are done. They came out incredible, super crispy and flaky on the outside, and that picadillo on the inside came out amazing. So as always, if you are new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so that you can know when the new video is out. Until next time.